Elizabeth, I just want a short, concise story of what happened to you, the process of everything. Go ahead. Starting with, you were feeling bad. How long and when did it start?
I started feeling awful about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And it came on at first and then progressively got worse with a lot of anxiety, stress, kind of gastrointestinal problems, and tension headaches, a lot of tension headaches, and just feeling really awful. I could never figure out a reason why. A lot of unwarranted kind of feelings, anxiety, depression, things like that.
Right.
And I had seen a bunch of doctors, gastroenterologists, internists, like homeopathic people, hormonal doctors, everything,
right.
And nothing ever really worked. And so...
When did it start getting real bad?
It started really maybe like 3 years ago.
Right.
Started getting
Tell
really
us when
awful.
it was really bad, like what's a bad day?
Well, I got to the point where I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything. I didn't feel like myself. I was upset all the time, crying all the time, for no reason, for apparently no reason.
Right.
And
you just cry. For how long would you cry?
On and off all day.
Just all of a sudden, just start crying.
All of a sudden, it was kind of just like a physical thing. There wasn't any trigger. There wasn't anything that happened. It was just wake up in the morning, feel awful, and just cry. And then
I'm sure they've said you're depressed or
depressed, anxiety disorder, all those kinds of things. You need to see a psychotherapist, things like that. And
that went on for 5 years.
Yeah. And at that point, at the point where it had gotten really bad at the end of the 5 years, I was willing to try anything.
Right.
I would have sacrificed a limb to make it stop. I really would have done anything.
How about going to a doctor that puts an instrument on the side of your neck and you don't feel anything?
Well, that's what I wound up doing. And that's everyone's question when I tell them, when I tell them about everything that you've done for me and the treatments, and they ask, does it hurt? Is it painful? They're kind of like curious and kind of, want to know more about it. And it's just been wonderful because not only doesn't it hurt, but it's like it was immediate relief from what I was feeling. Within the first treatment I had, it was so much better, like to the point where I couldn't have even imagined it before.
Right. All right. You come in.
Yes.
You were sent here from a shrink.
Yep.
Who was my patient, and says, there's nothing wrong with you emotionally. You better go see this guy.
Yes.
I want you to go see this guy, and maybe he can help you.
Yes.
So Elizabeth comes in. We see that your atlas and cervical spine were 12 degrees off.
Yes.
From each other. From the center of her head to, it's like the center of her head was here and her neck was over here. So I adjust you. And do you remember what happened on the table?
I remember it very vividly, and I remember a lot of things happening. I remember I felt like I was finally able to take a deep breath, which was the most relieving thing. Right,
and this is what I think happened with you. So I think Elizabeth was out of adjustment so bad that her diaphragm was so contracted that she wasn't breathing right. And so when she would have these attacks where she couldn't take a deep breath,
it's like panic attacks.
You start, oh my God, I can't breathe. And then your mind goes to start to control it. And then you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And next thing you know,
and it incites panic.
Complete panic. You can't breathe. Put your atlas back in on the table. Remember that?
I felt like it was the first time I could really take a full breath in. I couldn't remember how long.
Right. And now, we've been seeing each other how long?
It's been since April.
April.
So 5 months.
5 months. And pretty quickly, the attacks started to go away?
I haven't had one since the first adjustment. I haven't had a single one.
And you're happy?
Yes, I am very happy.
On a date tonight?
Yes, I am going on a date
Imagine
tonight.
if you get married, you can look back and say, we recorded the first time you had a date.
Right? Exactly.
So here she is going on a date. Imagine if you were having panic attacks still, you wouldn't be going on dates.
Or it definitely would not be a successful date if I
don't
even
think
dared
so.
to do it.
When the tears start coming, forget it.
Yeah.
But it is a marvelous thing to put your atlas back in adjustment, restore natural function to your nervous system, and whatever was going on with you, gone.
Yes.
And how old were you when you started having the attacks?
Around 19, 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a 19, 20-year-old girl having panic attacks is now
25 years old and healthy and happy.
and perfect. And
Perfect,
living your
yes.
life and no medication. You
Nope.
didn't take any medication
Not at
from
all.
you got one treatment, which was the atlas adjustment. That's what got you through all that.
Yes, that's right.
There you go. So we forgot to go over all of the other things that were going wrong with you. Not just the anxiety attacks. Go ahead. Let's get the list.
Besides the anxiety and panic attacks.
Crying.
And crying. And I had a whole bunch of other things that I thought were unrelated that just disappeared after I started coming to Dr. Kerr. And so I have no more allergies, no more allergy issues anymore.
Go ahead.
You know,
Allergies.
allergies, sinus headaches.
Go on.
Tension headaches.
Go on.
Gastrointestinal issues like IBS issues, gone. And I was also developing towards the end there psoriasis, which totally disappeared.
So, what that tells us is how important the nervous system is. If you can get the nervous system right, all the other systems will follow. And you were a classic case of a young person, how old? 19, developing problems.
Yes.
19, developing problems. Now you got to go to the gastroenterologist. Now you got to go to the sinus guy. Now you got to go to this, that. My point is, get your atlas checked first. No,
Would have saved me a lot of time.
And money.
Yes.
I don't care what's wrong with you. I don't care what you feel. Get your atlas checked first if you're not feeling good.
Yes, I agree.
I would.